Yeah, I did hear about Mirabell getting a new outfit coming up, which is gonna arrive in a package, so an outfit that you would need to buy with real money. Oh yes. Wait, also a supporter version of her Stormcat outfit. A weapon I can understand that, since you always see those circulating. To to be honest with you, I kind of wish that they added a lingerie outfit for her. Like, I saw like an image of a concept version of her lingerie outfit. I kind of wish that they add that to the game so that I can apply it onto Mirabelle and she has her lingerie fit on. Maybe maybe later on they might consider doing that. Maybe. So pretty much on to today's stream. I'm bringing back Taimanin cinema once again. Now, since you're new to this series, Zydo, I'll give you like a refresher. So basically, what I what I do for this type of series, I discuss a Taimanin, a specific Taimanin, look at their background, their details, and then watch intimacy uh, their intimacy episode, and then I'm pretty much just reacting to how they tell their story. I pretty much uh put my 2 cents in there. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing today, but with Mirabelle. Oh, also, there is a new event in the game, but not really liking the rewards, besides the gems. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do that event off stream, just mainly to get the gems. Just, just not really that interested in doing that new event live on stream. So here's the babe herself.
なんだやれると信じているぞ
So, so that's the woman that I'll be reviewing today.
港の協調も大事ですね
Mirabell Bell. Kind of wonder why she has the word Bell in her name twice. Homer Sonata event. Homer Sonata? Well, you're not talking about the Halloween version, right? Just a different version of Homer. So, her collections. It's gonna come out with. Oh, okay. So a new version of Homura's. Is it Sonata or Homura being her first name? I think it was Sonata. Because they have some characters that start with their last name and then some with their first name first. But anyways. So pretty much what I know about Mirabelle, obviously she has military experience considering what she wears. And she runs her own special forces unit in which she's part of her own part of the special forces. Yeah. And part of a group called Stormcats, in which she's the leader. Which that would be worth remembering once I get into the intimacy story. Basically, what that is, when she fights, she basically uses her own version of power armor. Except it's not Fallout based, it's her own kind of power armor that she wears when in combat. Which is also her ultimate that she puts on once I unleash her ultimate. Which, if you've been watching the streams, I use that often, since Mirabell's particle charge is a lot quicker compared to the other Taimanins. So yeah. Then here's her in her officer's suit. Pretty much by this scene, this is just her arriving in Japan to form a deal, or to discuss negotiations to collaborate with Gosha. So let's start playing it. So that's also another thing about the group that she's in. It's an exclusively female group of Stormcat troops that pretty much wear their own version of power armor. Also, the way how when I did this with Ragnarok, the stream was pretty much short. So I would imagine it'd be the same with Mirabell here. Since the main focus is to just get to know their story and how they became the Taimanin that they are now.
No. What?
Yeah, it's not. That's it.
夜遅くに遠いところまでご苦労。私はこのストームキャット分隊の隊長、ミラベル・ベル少尉である。
Now, given the way how she fights, she just reminds me of Lincoln Clay from Mafia 3, since they both just fight the same way and deliver absolute destruction to enemies. And they both use ARs as one of their primary weapons, although with Lincoln you can just use pretty much other kind of weapons. Whereas Mirabell, she's more of the heavy guns type of fighter. Now, I'd like you to take a gander at her and figure out why I like her. Not for her military shit, that I couldn't care less about, but it's obvious if you look at her details right in front of you.
Girl till the day like war can't and compare. Full comfort turn to him.
？What?
官たちが今日から所属するストームキャット分隊は米連陸軍機械化部隊の下の部隊であり、主に強化外骨格を用いた光線を任務とする。機関らは皆さまざまな戦場をくぐり抜いてきたベテランであるはず。このような基本的な内容は省略しよう。これが今日から機関らが命を預けることになる強化外骨格 XPS-11A ボーンだ。
Look! Werewolf, yeah. Try this on.
Yeah, SPA. Yeah, it reminds me of that one type of experimental power armor from Fallout 76 when I saw this term. And also her face here. Not that she's angry, she's just a very disciplined woman, as you could see. But as you saw with tapping on her, she kind of loses her focus for a moment.
今は改良モデルが多く出ているが、ストームキャット分隊ではこの肉付きがまだ現役で使われている。長く使えるということはその分信頼性が高く、また各種戦闘規範と非常対策がよく備わったモデルという反証でもある。見ての通り、動きは人間のそれとほとんど変わらない。頑丈で小回りが利き、そしてこれまでの生活と同じ範囲で活動できる。肌の露出もなければ空調系の対策も万全なので、視界不良や毒の有無が懸念される戦場でも変わらず作戦行動を取れる。
Very much like with power armor in the Fallout universe.
ただ我々ストームキャット分隊はこの強化外骨格に乗って交戦する部隊ではあるが、お前たち新兵が勘違いしているであろう点をここで説明しておく。死に防弾剤の強化外骨格に乗っているから安全というのは理論上の話に過ぎない。実戦で我々が相手にするのは人間以上の存在であり、そして我々を攻撃対象とするのも人間以上の存在だ。それらは当然人間以上の損害を与えてくる。そのような存在からの攻撃を受けるために故障が多く、交戦中に強化外骨格が故障して動かなくなった瞬間、強化外骨格は鎧ではなく棺に変わる。
Unless you're in Fallout, then this type of logic, it doesn't exist. But this is the Taimanin universe, so demons can still fuck you up.
棺桶の中で死にたくなければ、これを鎧などと思って安心せず、これからも一層生き残るための訓練に励め。分かったと。はい。よし。
To be honest with you, Zaido, I haven't. Well, besides seeing like the outfit, I haven't really looked that into the package yet. Or I haven't really looked into the details of the package coming up. All I know is that Mirabell's Storm Cat outfit is coming up.
転入してきたばかりの新兵を蜂の巣にするわけがないだろう。そんなことは人的損失。無駄にしかならないからな。
Like that. I love it. That don't quite fit.
Yeah, so the difference between her and Lincoln's sense of humor is dark. Mirabell's, on the other hand, she tries not to use dark humor. Whereas with Lincoln, he has dark humor. Since he's a Vietnam veteran, so.
当たり前だが、ガトリングには弾丸を入れていない。だが、今のように人の反射行動には限界があり、XPS-11A の装甲なら、生身では耐えられない攻撃も多少は耐えられるよう設計されている。しかし、強化外骨格に乗った状態で、ボーンの装甲なら守れるだろうという不必要なリスクを感受する場合というのもある。そういう甘い考えは持つな。ボーンの装甲にも限界はあるし、先ほども言ったように、私たちが相手にするのは人間以上の存在だ。そして何より、これまでの戦闘で強化外骨格の有用性は証明されてしまっており、敵は強化外骨格を破壊するために銃ではなく対戦車ミサイルやレーザー兵器などより一層強力な武器で向かってくる。
Okay, you know what? I think after I'm done with this, I will do that new event, but I'm just gonna be grinding for gems. That's all. I'm not gonna bother with the rewards as much. I'll just redeem whatever I get, and then call it a stream. Just so that I at least stream for like more than an hour. Enough to have something. Since usually this doesn't take that long, and that's why the streams would be short.
そのような強力な武器に向かって、ボーンの装甲なら耐えられるなんて甘い考えは持つな。一発は耐えても、足が止まれば二発目で手足が吹き飛ぶからな。装備を信頼しすぎるな。私たちは一般兵士より少し頑丈なだけでしかない。自分たちは特別だなんて考えは、ただの自殺行為と同然だと覚えておけ。強化外骨格に乗った者はいずれ降りるべき時が来ると心に刻んでおけ。それが戦場でも基地でも XPS-11A ボーンから降りればお前たちは生身の人間なんだ。強化外骨格から降りた時点で信じるべきものは己の身一つのみなんだ。よって我々ストームキャット分隊は強化外骨格の操作と同じくらい自ら生存するための訓練も重視している。その点は覚悟しておくがいい。懐かしいな。
So then she too also learned that lesson the hard way.
諸君、ストーブキャットへようこそ。
So that's pretty much Mirabell's story. How she met Kotaro, well, that's beyond me. But of course, there's the alternative versions in the Taimanin universe that would explain it a lot more saucy.
港の協調も大事ですね。
Yeah, just for me, I like to think of her more like Lincoln Clay. Just pretty much tearing enemies a new asshole and stuff just because of her raw power.
Oh! これも任務だから。
I still want to see a lingerie outfit for her in the game. The bunny outfit's definitely pretty good, which is why I have it.
よくやった。了解した。
Okay, that one's new. The best of both worlds. A playboy bunny, but then also a beefcake at the same time. With titties.
I think I just
拒否権を行使させてもらう。
Okay, that one's also new.
やれると信じているぞ。それはどうかな？
As it would.
なんだ？
Prime beef, and then your cake. And then the rest of the bakery. All around a sexy chocolate babe. More games need this, and not just with elf characters, just with like other characters in general have like a chocolate skin. Brutus beefcake like step forward with yeah. Take it with her.
おはようございます、若様。任務ですわね。準備いたします。
出発する。
Yes, I've made Mirabell one of my most OP Taimanins, as you've seen from the streams. Also, sorry for the background noise, because just a reminder, I live in a Hispanic household. So, sorry about that. So, just gonna... Yeah.
準備は万端か？なら行こう。
Okay, so imagine this. Mafia 3 Definitive Edition, but a mod where instead of Lincoln, he's switched to Mirabell's model, and you play as Mirabell rather than Lincoln himself. Still tearing New Bordeaux a new asshole, but as Mirabell. And I guess the goons could be like the demons that you kill. That's what's been on my mind lately since I've been watching the Mafia 3 stuff. And since you got Mirabell, figured there would be a Mirabell mod for that game at some point. Oh, that's what it sounds like.
当然の勝利だ。
Because that's what the fire support sound actually sounds like.
You're pissing me off. You think that stuff looks good. I honestly didn't think that would look that. You just got used to it. That's because you always are wearing.
Yeah, so Ragnarok's definitely took a bit longer compared to Mirabell's story. I guess with Mirabell, compared to Ragnarok's and Mirabell's, Ragnarok has her origin, whereas Mirabell, she just came in recently. So her story is just nice and quick. The little Chinese dog. What's she up to?
準備は万端か。なら行こう。
Oh yeah. Or unless you just found it. Have you... I posted the video from Ghost Ship, discussing the new season for Deep Rock. I don't know if you've, seen it yet, Caldor. I posted it on the Discord, by the way, if you're interested in watching it. But yeah, pretty much, like I've mentioned before, like the devs are working on season 6 for Deep Rock. And that video they posted is pretty much proof that they are working on it. And then they've also made a separate video for Rogue Core's development, which I haven't gotten to that yet. So what you think? Unfortunately, I guess they aren't gonna bother with letting us tame stronger glyphids, according to one of the devs. Oh, it's a new game that Ghost Ship's working on, where basically you're still on Hoxus, but you basically play these group of dwarves called Reclaimers, who are trying to retake the biomes inside Hoxus. It's pretty much DRG, but except you're not going there to mine, you're going there to execute bugs and stuff. Or pretty much like the core spawns, but they're other cousins in that part of Hoxus. It's basically just an elimination mission, but with extra steps. Oh, that gun definitely fires faster. Yeah, one of the devs was mentioning like it was like a cave leech, but the underground version of it. Yeah, it's just like a worm that like grabs, like once it grabs you good, and then you get knocked out. Don't know how your teams would get you out of there either. Either they shoot at the thing, or the driller just drops C4 and hopes for the best. definitely see that happening with that thing. So then, once season 6 drops, not only do you have to look up, but also down on your feet. Tremors.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it's just gonna, it's really gonna keep us on our toes. Also, the guns will be getting new, will be getting new skins. It basically, your guns will just look like, old-fashioned shotguns. As part of the new Season 6 weapon skin. So that'll be interesting to get. So at least we know that Season 6 is in development, we just don't know when they'll release the new season. Could be maybe in like a few months, maybe in June next year, like they did with Season 5 back in 2024. Says in a few months. Or did it like mention a date on the video, or the devs mentioning the date themselves? Or they didn't mention a specific date, but they mentioned like quarter something. Yeah, they mentioned like Q1. So like January, February, March of 2026. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, I guess like around there. Since they've already shown off how the new biome will look and then the new enemies, so I imagine they practically almost have the new season ready to go. Almost. And yet they haven't gotten rid of it, so I see it as plus. There's also magic, which essentially feels like using bullets in magic pearls. So, however, though, I will argue this: like the guns they use, they don't use actual bullets; they use magic. So, technically, there's a bit of Taimanin magic used. Or do you feel like that one meme where you put a blanket on, it's too hot, take it off, too cold? Body heat do be reacting weird. Okay, we're inside a storage facility now. So I guess land might be up next after this section. Considering Lilith's logic when choosing bosses for events. Here's the funny part. That is not their signature weapon. None of the characters in this game have signature weapons.
精錬機械化部隊の真髄見せてやる
And F is her ultimate. They do.
当然の勝利だ任務完了
I know that there's overpowered weapons for them, but like signature weapons, don't think they have just one, since they have all these other UR weapons for them. I know that they have their own original weapons once you attain them as a playable character, which is under the R category.
Oh, 整理作業ならばお手伝いできますよ
Or, actually, let me check. Like, there are weapons that are character specific. Like, for example, Kirara here, she has these weapons that are exclusive to her only, because it's exclusive to her because of the specific abilities. I guess that's what you meant. Yeah, I got a bunch of those. Yeah, I got a bunch of signature weapons for some of the Taimanins. Some I use, some I don't use. Like with Mirabell, for example, this ain't her signature weapon, but I use it since it's a strong weapon. And it's one that I've leveled up to max and then enchanted it to max. All that's left is to improve the skill of it. Her signature weapon? I have no clue. Haven't seen it for myself.
おはようございます若様
There's the descriptions of each. Centered around green build. So, what are they? The assist type supporters.
任務ですわね準備いたします
Also an assist.
おはよう買い物は計画的になさいますよ
$100.
おはようございます若様買い物は計画的になさいますよ
Oh, under packages. Yeah, if we're talking weapons, well, I guess it depends. But, I don't know. What, to special?
はようございます、若様。任務ですわね。準備いたします。
Yeah, when it comes to weapons, I just get whatever I can. If I get a UR, then I save it. And then SR, I also save those too. And then everything else I just scrap and turn it to resources or sell them for coins. You mean the battle arena? Just a slight problem with those. Like they only do damage to other Taimanins, but not in general, which is the ones that I would prefer to get. Yeah, there's just a slight problem with your weapons from the battle arena. They're only Taimanin specific damage and not general damage. In which I would prefer to get weapons that do damage in general. Especially ones that do critical damage. That's the one that I tend to focus on more. Or at least ones that do damage in general, I take those. And I guess that's little robot here is who I'm fighting. I mean, that is true. I mean, you are guaranteed getting those. In which I do have at least 2 or 3 of those type of weapons from the battle arena. You may think that it would do way better damage, but turns out it's Taimanin specific damage that inflicts damage onto other Taimanins. I still have them, just I don't use them with my Taimanins. Yeah, they're just there. I don't really pay too much attention to them. And now we gotta face this jackass.
Hey.
Okay, so this is a 2-part boss battle. True.
任務完了。
Or put it this way, when I first started playing Action Taimanin at the beginning, well, I had basic weapons to start out with and then upgraded to SR, then eventually getting UR weapons, but wasn't for the characters that I had at the time. Only until much later then I eventually started using those UR weapons for them. If you ask me, I'm not really that concerned with getting the better weapon quickly, since in due time I'll eventually get them. In other words, I'm not really in a rush to get the good kind of weapons, unless I have them all ready to equip. What do you mean? Unless you mean like the weapon exchange facility to get a chance, to have a chance at getting a higher tier weapon. Which I haven't really bothered with that, to be honest. And if I did, I probably would be spending a lot more hours on the game. But nah, I don't really trust that shit. I don't really trust that shit anyway, since, like I said, I'm not really in a rush to get good weapons. Unless I already have them to start off with. I wish I kept some, considering characters like Kara, who also has the same weapon types that Astaroth uses. Wish I kept some, but unfortunately I scrapped those a long time ago, thinking I was not gonna need them.
なら行こう。
But then they introduced new characters that do need them, so times have changed.
始めるか。よーし。それじゃあ派手なやつで捕まろう。
Also, another thing, you probably might have seen it a little bit when I went into my inventory, but I collect UR tickets. I just save them for a good while and then redeem them whenever I have like a good amount. Especially the UR question mark ones, I also try to save as much of those as I can and then only use like one or two of them for either another supporter ticket or another weapon ticket. And then just keep saving them up for use much later. Like I said, in due time, I'll eventually get them. To which I've already got 3 years in my belt of playing this game, so you can imagine that I've been saving a lot. I guess I don't really need them as much. Even less now, considering I've got a bunch of UR weapons stocked up. Maybe back when I was new to the game, I'd probably use them all up. But then, you know, like around my second year of playing the game, that's when I really started to save up a bunch of my stuff. Also back then I didn't have that many Taimanins like I do now. And also back then I didn't like do priority leveling like I do now. Like with Mirabell and the others that I've already ascended.
万端か。なら行こう。
I guess I'm just one of those players that don't have the urge to really get good stuff, like others do, such as yourself. Like I said, I just keep collecting stuff. And then pretty much these days with how I play Action Taimanin, I mainly just go in to collect dailies, and then sometimes I do daily quests. And then when events come around, that's when I just stream the game to play those events. Mirage crystals. Yeah, that's definitely another thing I need. I already know some ways to obtain them, just question is when do I get to do those missions to obtain them? Then I can also buy them as well. And also, I also play Action Time and then to go into the battle arena to at least get to the front door of the top league. Mainly to get paid in gems, in which I top off at 75 per week. Or at least I try to. Shit, I haven't even properly started the tower itself. I haven't even started on the tower itself. Only did it on the first one, using my friend's Taimanins to pass that. But no, I haven't really made any progress on the arena towers yet. Might just start doing it, considering I have at least characters that are powerful enough to take it on, but maybe. We'll see. Probably should start doing that soon to get rewards. But I know the higher I go up, the more challenging it will be. Hopefully the rewards would be worth it, which they should be in the long run. Might just give it a try after this, maybe. Yeah, I know. And I've described that place to be hard mode on crack in one of my streams a while ago. Some of the other aspects in the game are just basically hard mode on crack. And then especially when you get that bullshit damage attack, or when you get that bullshit damage attack, and then you just die, or just get knocked out right then and there. Which is why I'm trying to level up my Taimanins enough so that they're stronger and faster. And that they have a chance to survive. Exactly. Hello, big boy. Sometimes the hard mode in these newer events, they tend to be a bit bullshit. Yeah, like sometimes in some of the sections on hard mode in the hard difficulty in the newer events, they tend to be bullshit sometimes. Which got me a bit annoyed in repeating them and not completing them, which is why I tend to just stop doing hard mode and then just wrap up the stream then and there. Because of course that indicates that my characters aren't strong enough, so that means I have to go back to the drawing board and level them up some more. Where are you? Yeah, exactly my point. Like, they are doing... Or, hold on. Like, they're doing damage, right? But then the boss just throws in some bullshit damage, insta-killing your Taimanin right then and there. Basically, the equivalent of them telling you to shut your ass up. It's basically just them telling you to fuck off and die. That Halloween night, it just looks like one of those, it just looks like a glorified version of one of those, like, Lego, like, looking minions from the Mega Man series. It just looks like a glorified, Lego night thing. As a robot. Right, so I will get back to this, so I guess I'll try my luck with the tower. Oh, I got it.
おはようございます、若様。
Another friend to add to the list. This just means more friend points for me. Figured as much. Most of the content in Action Taimanin, they borrowed a lot from RPG Ecstasy. Since the game, since RPG Ecstasy came out in 2018, then Action Taimanin came out a year later. And then the global release in 2020, in which it celebrated its 5th anniversary of the global release. which it really should be 6 years considering the original Japanese release of Action Taimanin. But I guess we're going with the global release. Alright, Arena Tower. I need to update this. I guess I'm just gonna go in with that. Yeah, so I completed this but with the friend's Taimanins. So I am gonna do this first and then I'll see if I can try to climb up with my own Taimanins. So need to check these first. Which I also need to update since I need better stuff. So I think I'm gonna switch Tokiko with Nagi here. Like so. And yeah, remembering these guys' health, they're pretty up there. But let's see how they handle them now compared to 2 years ago. Okay, Mirabell's not doing too bad. But it still does take a while. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Definitely a significant improvement since the last time I've attempted this with my own Taimanins. Which they were 40 levels less compared to now. So obviously they were way too weak to handle that at the time. So guess I might have a chance here. So we're facing up against these wood creatures and some cyborg ninjas. And I guess it's the same level every time. Mokuji. Alright, and the boss is here. gotta be careful there.
当然の勝利だ。任務完了。
So right then and there, Mirabell is capable of handling them. But then, like I said, the higher up I go, the more difficult it becomes, so... It's gonna really, really test my skills and make completing each floor a paper-thin chance of victory. At least there's no requirements to beat it, you just gotta clear it, even if your Taimanin's at a very low bit of health. If you survive, then you've completed it. So, I guess I can do it now. This is worthy of having a stream series done for this. This is worth a stream series to do. But what to call that new series is the question. I don't want to go with like don't want to use like the word tower as part of the name. Something where, or like a name where I am putting my time into the ultimate test in skill and damage. Something I gotta think about if I do wanna make this into a series where I go into the arena tower and just halt and then just tear open a new one for each floor.
おはようございます、若様。
Since I'm already capable of doing some hard difficulty stuff in the events, I think the arena tower is pretty much the next step at this point.
整理作業ならばお手伝いできますよ。おはようございます、若様。任務ですわね。準備いたします。
Then there's also the option to use a friend's Taimanin. But I think I'll have to make like a little special rule to use them if I'm unable to beat each floor on my own, like a few times. Let's see also which of these sections would be the most bullshit. I really hate it when they put me in tight corners like this. I really hate it when they put me in tight spaces like this to fight in. But you just gotta deliver a lot of damage and you should be alright, I guess. Did I take less than 30 hits? Yes, I did. Raining missiles. Not quite. I still got this giant fucker to deal with. And they eat lead like it's sugar. Oh, and they're aggro. So time to do the waltz. Probably shouldn't have done that because I need to beat this with the health requirement if I want the gems. Yeah, well, gonna have to redo this.
当然の勝利だ。任務完了。
おはようございます。若様、港の協調も大事ですね。Let me just get them the max real quick. Just to boost up Mirabell's HP. 強くなれるようですね。鍛錬もしっかりしているのですよ。この力もすべて若様のために。鍛錬もしっかりしているのですよ。
It's a good thing I farmed up a lot of these books. I mean, health's already on its way. Yeah, but I don't wanna use these though. Yeah, because it'll automatically select the lowest amount, and I want to use the highest amount. That's why I do it like this.
もっと強くなっちゃったかな。どう？なかなかのものでしょ。もっと強くなっちゃったかな。もう完璧ね。もっと強くなっちゃったかな。もっと強くなっちゃったかな。
11,345. Her total health max. I want her attack to be a lot more, but I guess that's the best I can do for now. While I get more SP.
おはようございます。若様、任務ですわね。準備いたします。
簡単か。なら行こう。ファイヤーサポート。みんな続け。バットターレット。大パレードだぜ。よっしゃ。踊れ。バットターレット。よーし、それじゃあ派手なやつで頼むぜ。逃がしたストームキャットフォーメーション。精錬機械化部隊の真髄見せてやる。始めるか。みんな続け。大パレードだぜ。いっちゃ踊れ。
Oh, by pressing E, the supporter, you mean? I press E once they're ready.
コンバットターレット。始めるか。みんな続け。大パレードだぜ。いっちゃ踊れ。コンバットターレット。落としがないならこいつでも食らいな。
The others. No, that you mainly like get their passive stats. You mainly have their passive stats applied. The active stat is when you're using their ability when you press E. Like I'm doing with Homer's ability, since I have her as my main supporter. At least that's how I understand it. Yeah, passive's the one that happens and just happens when you're fighting. You don't need to press any button for that. It just does it automatically. I would assume that's the same with the other two, for the second and third supporters.
よーし、それじゃあ始めるか。みんな続け。大パレードだぜ。コンバットターレット。いっちゃ踊れ。コンバットターレット。逃がした。ストームキャットフォーメーション。精錬機械化部隊の真髄見せてやる。みんな続け。大パレードだぜ。じゃあ踊れ。コンバットターレット。ファイヤーサポート。
And it's aggro. Alright, time for the waltz.
コンバットターレット。落としがない。始めるか。みんな続け。コンバットターレット。大パレードだぜ。よっしゃ踊れ。コンバットターレット。
Okay, now, here we go. Okay, I don't want to use my ultimate just yet. I only use it when I need that last damage. Like once it has like less than 100 health. Like now.
逃がしたストームキャットフォーメーション精錬機械化部隊の真髄見せてやる。コ
There we go.
当然の勝利だ。任務完了。
Oh yeah, about her suit that she had on in her ultimate. I like to think of it as more of like her power armor. At least that's how I saw it when I first got Mirabell and did her ultimate. Just reminded me more of like power armor from Fallout. Does she? You mean Fallout, the TV show? Yeah, I did hear that they announced a second season for that. Well, thanks to Dubers, I watched all the episodes since apparently he had Amazon Prime. Just had a little watch party of that show. Okay, I can go around this. Perfect. Makes it less of a pain in the ass to deal with these guys. Nah. Don't really want to spend real money on that, so I'm good enough with 3 slots for the skills. If you're still here, Zydo, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've updated the Discord server. In which how you select channels and all that when you join. So that's all changed. Ah. Okay, she's quite fast. Okay, what the fuck?
戦闘続行は不可能か。
Yep, some what the fuck damage right there. Stopping here then.
Ohayou gozaimasu, Waka-sama.
Welcome in, Amashi. I was reviewing Mirabell's story earlier.
準備をしておきませんとね。
And then just that I have more than an hour, I decided to play with her in that new event that came out. Got some gems out of it, and that's all that matters.
港の協調も大事ですね。
Just gonna play around with her for a little bit.
肩こりには体を動かすのが一番だ。
But I guess thanks for the cheer.
よし、銃の整備は完璧だな。
But from behind.
これも任務だから。これも任務だから。これも任務だから。
Lingerie outfit. When, Lilith? When? When will we get that from Mirabell? When will it not be a concept for Mirabell? Yeah, I'd feel... Well, I think I've already said this before, but yeah, the other characters, they definitely need new outfits. Especially like the older characters, they definitely need new outfits. Or like Aina, Nagi, Mirabell, of course. And then some of the other newer Taimanins, they definitely need new outfits too. They are getting them, just... the others deserve some love too. And now from the back.
よくやった。了解した。
Perhaps. But that's the way I like it. That's why I got the others. She needs more beefy arms, that's what she needs. She's already got the abs. And the thighs, yeah, they could also use some more beef as well.
了解した。了解した。了解した。
Burger. Yeah, you mean burger. Yeah, Although Virgo does have muscle, or unless you mean like her having more muscle definition.
You
don't know.
今日の任務は何だ？なんだ？
She's confident in fighting, but when it comes to love, she gets shy, or just doesn't know how to express it.
おはようございます、若様。
Well, I did say I was gonna. This was gonna be a short stream since this type of series that I'm doing, it's usually like short streams, getting to know the Taimanins and all properly, rather than just fighting and stuff. So that's Mirabell done. Who do I do for the next episode? I'm thinking of doing Nagi, but I might just do another Taimanin that I like. Maybe Aina. Let's just type it out. Kind of undecided for who I want to do next episode. Ren's also a good runner-up. I think I might do like a poll on the Discord. Like you guys can vote on which Taimanin I'll do for the next Taimanin cinema. So I guess here are my options. So then my options for episode 3, it's between Nagi, Aina, or Rin. So, just to give you an idea. So between those three. So then, with that in mind, I'm just gonna finish up here. Finish up here and then find someone to raid. I see a couple of options. Well, not live, but maybe tomorrow, yeah. I'm thinking of not streaming tomorrow. And just this being the last stream for this week. But I'll let you know. So give me a streamer that's playing an anime game, but one that actually looks interesting. Because obviously no one's streaming Action Taimanin or Horizon Walker right now. Yeah, that's the question, Caldor. Hmm. Okay, apparently there is someone streaming Action Taimanin, but what they're actually streaming is RPG Ecstasy, the Japanese original version, which that's what they're streaming right now. So, let's check to see if they are accepting rates, which they are. Super Anime Turbo is their name, and RPG Ecstasy is the game they're playing. So send you out to them. So, yeah, I think tomorrow I'm not gonna stream, since I'll most likely be just taking care of IRL stuff for over the weekend. So yeah, just a simple hello. If I had more people here watching me, then I probably would have created a raid message. Just simply simply say hello. And that'll pretty much be it for me. So, good night, and see you later, Caldor.